Hey guys, it's Elizabeth. Happy Wednesday! So I was thinking about what I was going to do for my video and going, oh, I don't have any ideas what I'm going to do. Crap! I have no idea. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's Wednesday. That means it's Book Wednesday. I don't have to think of anything to do. I think I was really smart when I decided to do Book Wednesdays on Wednesdays because that's when I seem to run out of ideas. Also, I put my hair in a ponytail and it's really a lot higher than I normally would wear a ponytail, and I just sort of have a sudden urge to do this. And it's so dorky, but that was really fun. Wow. Okay, let's actually get to Book Wednesdays. So, last week I talked about the book called Wonderstruck by Brian Selznick, who also wrote The Invention of Hugo Cabret, which was recently turned into a movie, and then won a bunch of awards at the Academy Awards. I still haven't seen that movie. I really want to. That might happen soon. Let's hope. Anyway, last week I said that I hadn't been able to actually read it. But this Monday I was able to finish it, and it was so good. Everyone has to read this book. The book tells two different stories, paralleling. One story is set in, I think it's 1927, if I'm remembering correctly, and that's a story about a little girl named Rose, and all of her story is told completely in pictures. And then there's a second story that starts in 1977, I think, about a boy named Ben, and his story is told in words. And it's really cool to see how the stories start separately and like continue along, and then like they're almost exactly paralleling each other, and then they cross and then they come together, and it's so amazing. Also, we learn very early on that the boy, Ben, is deaf in one ear and that the girl, Rose, is completely deaf. And the author does a very good job of portraying deafness and deaf culture and giving a clear insight into deaf culture. So, everyone should read that book. Now, on to the actual books that I'm actually going to talk about. Book number 1 is The Sword of Shannara by Terry Brooks. I haven't completely finished it yet, as you can tell, because this book is very large. This is actually 3 books in one, because it's the trilogy put all together. Also, this book, yeah, it's really heavy. If an attacker came through the door right now, I could just bang him over the head with this and we'd be all good. Anyway, so I'm only about like 2 chapters in to the first book, and so far it's pretty good. I can tell that it's pretty much going to be a classic hero's journey. I may not read all 3 books. I may just read the first one, because Terry Brooks' writing style for some reason just rubs me the wrong way a little. But once I finish it, I will tell you what I think. And the second book that I want to talk about today is Paper Towns by John Green. I don't know how many times I've read this book. This book is so good. It's probably my favorite of John Green's books that I've read. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten to read Tiffyos yet, but I really want to. Anyway, we're talking about Paper Towns. Oh, this book is so amazing. I'm trying to think how I can articulate why. In general, I just really love John Green's writing style. The way that he writes is very interesting, it's very fascinating, and I love how all of his main characters evolve and grow up throughout the stories and how they come to conclusions. The character that I connected the most with in this book was Margot, because she was just so mysterious and so guarded, and she never let anyone else see any of herself, not even Q, who I think that she was the closest with. And I connected with that because I know that I can be guarded sometimes too. And also this book is just supremely hilarious, while at the same time being very profound, and I really appreciate that. Alrighty. Tell me down in the comments if you've read any of these books and what you think of them, or tell me what you're reading this week. That's about it. See you later.